and welcome to Gaurav's Arena. This is Gaurav Chotnekar, and in this tutorial we will be learning about the remaining basic components in Visual Basic. It is the part 3 of the tutorial 2. So now let us start our Visual Studio and load our this project tutorial 2. I will be loading the tutorial2.sln, that is the solution file for our project tutorial 2. Now it has been started. So in this video we will be learning about the menu bar, timer and the progress bar. So now let us have a look at all of this. So for that you need to go into the toolbox and search for timer. So here is the timer. Okay, even though I am dropping the timer onto the form, even then it is going down. It means that timer is not an element which is to be shown on the screen. It is an element or a tool which has its duties performed at the background. So on the next one is a pretty interesting component. It is known as the progress bar. Progress bar is nothing but a green strip that you see often while installing your applications. In Windows apps, that is also known as the store apps, you can see some tools called as progress ring that goes round and round and round and round. So it is an advanced version of the progress bar. And the third one is the menu bar. So you might all be familiar with the menu bars, such as you can see here, the file, edit, view, project, build, debug, team, etc. These are the menu bar, and the tool is known as menu strip. So I drag and drop it. It is by default dock at top. So now that I will have one label just for demonstration of the timer. Okay, now let us start with timer. So I have double clicked on the timer. The function known as timer1_tick has been started. Okay, I will delete the previous available code here. Okay, that's it. And so the function is timer1_tick. That is, each time the timer ticks, it will start. Now I will write here. I will dim I as integer is equal to 0. Okay. And then I will be doing I is equal to I plus 1, and then label 1 dot text is equal to I. Okay, that's it. I will be incrementing I have declared the I as 0. I will be incrementing the I each time, and then I will be writing it down to level 1. Okay, now again I will go to timer. Okay, I will change this to alphabetical order. I will set the interval to 1000. This 1000 is the 1000 milliseconds, and 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second. And then I can make it enabled equal to true. Basically you can do it on a code also. If you use a button, then you have to write button or the code on the button 1 as timer1 dot enabled equal to true and timer1 dot enabled equal to false, and etc. So you can do that too. Now let us try doing it. I would change the timer to enabled equal to false. I will go and take 2 buttons. So here is the button 1. I would name the button as start. Copy and paste. I will name the button as stop. Within start we will be doing the code to start the timer. As I had said, it would be consisting for the code of timer1, that is the name timer1 dot enabled equal to true. That's it. And then here we will be doing timer 1 dot enabled equal to false. Okay, so now let us start it and see whether we get any kind of error or not. So the build has been started. Basically what will happen, that timer is an object which repeats its actions after a specific interval. So the interval I have given here is 1 second. You can increase or decrease it according to your requirement. So the timer keeps on repeating the code. It is similar to a for loop, but even then the for loop has a end, stipulated end to go if it is in a finite looping. I am not talking about the infinite looping which happens sometimes due to coding, but in the timer it keeps on repeating. Apart from that, a for loop is executed after the completing of a set of instructions, but a timer is executed after completing a set of time period. So now let us start here. So I have clicked on start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each second it is going on increasing the number. Now let us check for stop. Okay, it's not increasing, the stop has been executed. So now let us once more click on start. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, stop. Okay, it's starting and stopping. That is, we can control the timer using the commands timer 1 dot enabled equal to true and the timer 1 dot enabled equal to false. The timer 1 dot enabled equal to true starts the timer, whereas the timer 1 dot enabled equal to false stops the timer. And these are the two statements or line of codes which are executed each time the time has been executed. Okay, now let us change it a bit and try to control this progress bar. So progress bar has a value named value. Okay, it is a property of a progress bar, that is the value. So we will be typing progress bar 1 dot value is equal to I. Okay, and then we will be doing, okay, I will be writing it here only, but let's first execute it and see what we have got out of this, then I will tell you what to write there. So now we have started executing, and now let's click on start. It has started. You can see as the timer gets increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see that progress bar is also going on increasing and increasing. Okay, now let us change some things here so that we can have a better look of that. Let's change the incrementing factor from 1 to 5. Now once again let's click on start. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, and that's the arrow. Okay, I basically took you to watch this up till 100 was to show you this error. This error says that exception unhandled, the value of 105 is not valid for a value. The value should be between minimum and maximum. So what is this minimum and maximum? So as you click on the progress bar, here you can find the maximum and minimum, which is between 0 to 100. So that the whole progress bar is divided into 100 slots. And for that we are using this I is equal to I plus 5. So 5 we have been incrementing it by 5. So now to restrict it below 100, I will be writing if progress bar 1 dot value is less than or equal to 100, then I should be doing this. Once more let us start and see. Now this time I will be further increasing it from 5 to 100. so that it takes minimum times for its execution. So once more, let's click on start. Now it will start from 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so now till then it went to 110. This is because the value is less than 100. Means first of all, when the value was 100, it tried to execute this set of function to make sure that it goes beyond 100, and then after incrementing it showed an error. So to be on the safer side, let's make this as 90. Now let us have it again. And also you have to make sure that the incrementing parameter, that is the 10 and this 90, should be a multiple of each other. Or rather say, you can say that of a incrementing parameter, that is the 90 should be divisible by 10, completely divisible by 10. Even though you take 5, then 90 is divisible by 5. You take 2, 90 is divisible by 2. You have to do this in order to avoid just error. It is not a mandatory fact. Now let us start execution. Once again it's going from 10 to 100. Now let us see whether we get the error or not on the value 90. So we have reached 90 and that's 100 and yet no error. So till time we are very good and good to go. So I have again restarted the project to see whether the stop button works or not. So we will be stopping it at 50. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, it is not incrementing beyond 50s. That means the stop button is working now also. Now let us again click on start. Okay, start 60, 70, 80, 90 and that's 100. Okay, means stop button is still working. So we have gone through the timer, that is a continuous incrementation, that is a continuous execution of a stipulated code after a given amount of time. So you can give here any amount of milliseconds. The system works on milliseconds, so 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second. So for a span of 10 seconds you might require to give an interval of 10,000 milliseconds. So basically that's it for the timer. Now let us have a glance at progress bar. Basically for progress bar you just require one variable, that is the value, and you need nothing else to do with it. Okay, there is nothing to be done, no properties are to be used, just the one is enough. Now let us come to menu. So in the earlier VB you need to code out the menu and all before VB6 or something like that. I'm not pretty sure about it, but in this you have to just click here, just start typing. So now let's say file. So within file you want something, okay, then type for new. You want something, then type open. You want to close, then type close. Okay, next menu. You want to edit, type edit. Okay, that's it. Now let us see whether these are executing or not. So here our application has started. Okay, you can see the effect of hover. I clicked on file, new, open, close has appeared. I clicked on edit, nothing appears. Okay, now let us add something new. So let us go under edit. I will type here start. I will type here stop. Okay, now double click on start. Then you can get a start tool strip menu item that handles start tool strip menu item dot click. Now I will be writing here the same code as timer 1 dot enable equal to true, and in the same way for stop. Okay. Timer 1 dot enabled equal to false. Now let us again execute it to see whether it works or not. Okay, now it's under edit. and start. So here you can see it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and that stop at 60. Okay, it has stopped. Again, start. 70, 80, stop. Okay, it has stopped. Okay, so in this way you can use your menu, you can use buttons to control the timer and other any of the element to control. Just you need to make it enabled or this enabled equal to true or enabled equal to false. And in this way you can just create the menu. You can click on the close. So for close it will start, and then you can write me dot close. Now let us see whether the close works or not. So now here it is, the application has started and file close. Okay, that's it. Pretty much easier to close your application from your code window. So that's it for this third tutorial. Let us once again summarize it. The menu bar is always by default docked at top, but even though you can remove its dock properties and change the dock as per your requirements. Then you can control the timer from using buttons or menu strip and any other thing. The timer is a background processing app, it won't show up on the screen. And then the progress bar is just a single strip which shows the progress of your processing. You can use progress bar for various other things such as adding the data to the database, loading an application, reading files, writing to files, and even some form like applications. So I guess I have pretty much covered up with the basic components in the part 3. So now we will be moving on to the advanced components in the Visual Basic in the part, no, it's not a part, it's actually a next tutorial, that is the tutorial 3, and we would be seeing that there. So subscribe to my channel and keep following it for the further videos of learning Visual Basic online. So that's it for now. Try it on your own and I hope this helps you.